LinkedIn's AI-powered job search can help you find the most relevant roles based on your goals and experience. It cannot help you find something to talk about in the elevator.
So, ride any dragons this weekend?
It can help you find your next job just by describing it in your own words. It cannot stop your coworker from describing their dreams.
So I was flying, right?
And while we can't help you advance in the office foosball tournament, LinkedIn can help you advance in your career. LinkedIn is the network that works for you.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and you're about to listen to a hypnosis session all about expressing your wants, wishes, desires, and needs in a relationship. And I was working with a client that felt that for the majority of their relationship, they had to put their partner's needs first, and that if what they wanted didn't really match with what their partner wanted, then they had to tolerate that. And they were okay doing that for a long period of time, but it reached a point where they realized they didn't want that and they weren't willing to continue in a relationship with those kinds of dynamics. And what this really is all about is about finding a voice, and a voice to express desires, needs, wants, likes even, in such a way that it isn't an ultimatum, it's not a list of demands or expectations, but just an openness so that it allows real connection to take place, or that an evaluation can take place, because nobody is a complete mind reader. We can pick up on hints and facial expressions and clues, but unless someone really articulates what they want, we don't necessarily know. Therefore, expressing needs in such a way where it feels that you're giving clues to the other person and that it's reciprocal. You want to do good things for them. You want their needs to be met, but you'd also like your needs to be met. That's a win-win outcome. And relationships that work really well are those synergistic relationships where both parties benefit from being in that relationship. Where you have a one-sided relationship, one person wins and the other person loses, which actually means that both people lose, because either it can breed resentment or a feeling of just odd dynamics in that relationship. So a willingness to think genuinely about the other person in your relationship, your partner, what would make them happy, what would make them feel valuable, what would make them feel important. Do that for them, but also express the equivalent for you, and then the relationship can improve dramatically. So many people are building up resentment and frustration for things they've not really communicated, which is also not ideal. This is a hypnosis session for an individual. It's unlikely that your specific situation matches exactly with the client that I was working with. So if you like the idea of a bespoke session with me, there is a link to book a consultation call. And because you are a listener of the podcast, you get that at a 50% discount if you use the code podcast. So check that out. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be distracted or disturbed. Relax and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in that resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, that's it, just release any tension around the eyelids, the eyes, and notice, with your eyes closed, how much easier it becomes to focus on the sound of my voice. Breathing in relaxation and exhaling tension, where each breath takes you deeper and deeper relaxed now. That's it. Just allow yourself to notice that there's nothing that needs to be done. Just breathing in and breathing out. And your body already knows how to do that all by itself. The words will come, and your unconscious will take what's useful and leave behind anything that doesn't quite fit. And as you breathe in and breathe out, perhaps you notice the shoulders starting to loosen and relax. The jaw seems to just have any remaining tension dissolve. And your breath, without you trying to manage it, perhaps becomes a little slower, a little deeper, finding its own rhythm. That's it. All on its own without instruction. And as you breathe, you can imagine the air moving through, just like water, moving through something porous, easily, simply, without effort, in and out, breathing in relaxation and exhaling tension, where each breath takes you further from the surface and closer to somewhere quieter underneath. And there's no need to listen to my voice carefully. In fact, the less effort, the better. Because some part of you can simply rest here on the surface of awareness, while another part of you, wiser, older, unhurried, goes ahead and does exactly what it needs to do. In a moment, I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. And with each number, you can allow yourself to go twice as deep, twice as far from the noise of the day, deeper and deeper relaxed. 10 settling, and 9. The weight of your body becoming honest about how tired it's allowed to be. 8 and then 7. Imagine a kind of sinking, pleasant, like sinking into deep water that holds you rather than allows you to sink. 6 and 5. Going under the surface now, into a place with more character, more soul, the kind of place you've always been drawn toward, somewhere with depth. 4, 3, and as you go deeper, notice how quiet it becomes. 2, almost there now. And 1, all the way down into the stillness beneath the waves, where the water itself does all the holding. Allow your mind to drift backwards in time, because somewhere in your history, in a moment that felt urgent, you reached for your voice and found that it wasn't there. Not lost, just not fully built or ready yet for that particular pressure. A young system doing the only thing it knew how to do, going quiet, being capable, doing it alone. And so from here, from this deep and resourceful place, imagine watching that moment the way you'd watch something happening to someone else. Like you're watching the memory on a screen, or as a stranger observing what happened, so that you don't have to relive it. You only have to notice it. Notice the shape, the essence of a belief that formed there, the quiet decision that got made, perhaps something akin to that needing help was something to manage alone, that the voice for wanting things was, for now at least, switched off. And so from this distance, perhaps you can recognize something important, that decision made sense for the time and place you were when you made it. It was never true, permanently about you. It was just a strategy. And strategies can be updated and changed. You already know how to do this. You've done it before. You found the places in your own mind that needed rearranging. You went in deliberately, image by image, and changed them. So imagine that same capability and capacity is available now. Perhaps you can imagine it like a compartment, a file, data, where that old belief lives. The one that says your needs or wants are dangerous. That worthiness is for other people and not for you, that asking is too much. There's a belief somewhere, isn't there, that you are only safe when you are entirely self-sufficient. How can you be let down or disappointed when your expectations are so low? And notice that you, and not anyone else, hold the only key to where those beliefs, thoughts, and ideas are stored. And now, in your own way, with your own images, clear it, open it, let light in, However that happens for you, begin to make space. Because a belief that was built can be broken and rebuilt, and a door that was sealed can be easily opened from the inside. I want you to connect with the place. And you know the difference between a place that's merely convenient and a place with real character. Somewhere with texture and history and depth. You feel it resonate, vibrate in your soul the moment you arrive. And you know too that the same is true of connection. That there is a difference between a kind of care or support that is performed out of duty and care that has soul in it. And some part of you has always been able to tell the difference, even when you doubted yourself. But what if what you're learning now is that you don't have to choose between asking and authenticity? That the two were never opposites? That a want spoken honestly, without apology, without obligation attached, is not a demand, but an invitation into the kind of depth you've always wanted. The voice that asks for something real is not weaker than the voice that stays silent. The voice that speaks your desires, wishes, wants, and needs is the braver one. It's the voice with soul, connection, and authenticity. It honors you. Maybe you noticed that self-sufficiency was something you built, plank by plank, decision by decision, because at certain points it was the sturdiest structure available to you. It served you. It carried a weight that you shouldn't have had to carry alone. And a structure that was built can be changed or added to. You don't have to tear it all down. You can simply install a new door in it. A door marked clearly. See it with writing on the door. It is safe to want. It is safe to ask. And so the wall stays standing. The roof stays sound. You just stop living in a building with no way in and no way out. Access is not force. A door is an invitation, not an obligation. Your voice works. Wanting is not weakness, it is honesty. You can ask for thoughtfulness without asking for permission to exist. Consideration that is invited is no less genuine than consideration that arrives unasked. And so you are allowed to want care that has thoughtfulness and soul in it. Asking does not make you a burden. It simply makes your wishes known, so that you can stay open without staying unprotected. Feel like you're stepping into a new identity. You are someone who asks for what you need. Your voice is steady, and it is yours. You welcome thoughtfulness, and you are not afraid to invite it. You are worthy of care, affection, and attention that is freely given, and you can trust yourself to want and to say no for those things you don't want. And I want you to imagine what this future of this identity would be like in the following weeks. Conversations about desires, needs, wants, the things that would make you feel loved, important. Perhaps you can imagine what conversations like that would be like. Not with a list of demands, just expressing those things that would make you feel valuable, desirable, and important. And I want you to imagine that protective part that has had the shutters up. Just turn that switch to allow more openness, more vulnerability. Not because you expect anything, just a willingness to appreciate gestures, thoughtfulness, moments. Express your desires and then communicate how you feel when you experience them. And if your new identity, your unconscious, can imagine a future like that, let me know by nodding your head. And so it's time to float back to the present with a sense of permission, of clarity, of openness to connection. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Connect and calibrate into the here and the now. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of The Hypnotist. If you've enjoyed this episode or got some value from it, please give it a 5-star rating and review. And maybe you know someone that would also benefit from this particular episode, in which case share the episode with them so they can also get the benefit too. And if you would like to listen to this episode where it's just the hypnosis, so no intro, no outro, no explanation, just the hypnosis and completely ad-free, there will be a link in the description where you can subscribe at a very low cost and only get access to the hypnosis. So if that's of interest, please check that out. Thank you again for being a regular listener of The Hypnotist, and I'll see you again soon for more.
Have no fear, Chosen Foods is here to defend your favorite foods from the forces of seedy oils and sketchy ingredients. With cooking oils, salad dressings, and mayo, all powered by the good fats from 100% pure avocado oil and simple, delicious ingredients. Chosen Foods.
Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's room of choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.